everyone! My name is Maki. I'm an elegant female fan of the Gundam series. I've come all the way from Japan to share the excitement of the Gundam series with all of you. Today, I'm going to introduce a mobile suit that's a supporting character, but still cool. Take a look at this machine. The name of this mobile suit is Aries. What kind of impression do you have, I wonder? It has a fantastic design that lets you understand at a glance that it's a suit suited for aerial combat. This mobile suit appears in the animated war Gundamwing. It's a mass-produced suit. Unlike the Gundams, which are specially adjusted for specific pilots, this suit has a different role. It's designed so that even pilots without incredible talents can perform the necessary actions. By the way, the name is derived from the zodiac sign Aries. I think it's fashionable to have a mobile suit named after a constellation. Even though Aries plays a supporting role, its well thought out setting is very attractive. This time, I'm going to attempt to explain this mobile suit. Are you ready? Let's take off. Let's delve into the origins of the Aries. The Aries is primarily an air combat mobile suit used by us. Ours also deployed the Leo mobile suits, which were fantastic and served well in actual combat. However, Leo was primarily a land-based suit. It could use powerful thrusters to jump, but wasn't suited for aerial combat. They did address this on the ground by attaching specialized air combat components, but retrofitting a land-focused suit for air combat wasn't efficient. It increased costs and posed numerous issues in terms of maintaining a well-rounded arsenal. That's where the Aries comes in from the beginning. It was designed to excel in aerial combat. The development of the Aries also incorporated the know-how from the Talkie. The Talkie was a mobile suit capable of air combat using powerful barriers, but this feature was removed when designing the Leo. One of the reasons was that it was too powerful to be handled by ordinary soldiers. For the development of the Aries, data from the Talkie was utilized once again. We all know the Talkie was designed by 6 genius scientists, which just goes to show how superior it was. One of the key features of the Aries is its large flight unit attached to the brackets, what allows the suit to fly. However, this unit is not necessarily shaped to be aerodynamically ideal. The ideal shape for aerodynamics would be something like a fighter jet, but the goal was air combat with a mobile suit, so aerodynamics was given a lower priority in the Aries design. Instead, they focused on achieving flight with high thrust, leveraging the technology cultivated with the Talkie. If the development team only had experience with fighter jet technology, the Aries would never have come into being. Thanks to this flight unit, the Aries is capable of independent takeoff and landing, as well as supersonic air combat. When flying at high speeds, it performs a simple transformation by folding both legs. Even though fighter planes at full speed can't escape from an Aries, it's an excellent suit that compensates for Leo's shortcomings. Yet it's astonishing that it still can't match the speed, acceleration, or maneuverability of the Talkie. The Aries proves its worth through its deployment capabilities and street mobility, which is more than other ground-based mobile suits. At the time of its development, there were no superior air combat weapons, making it the best. As a result of weight reduction, its durability and overall power were less than the Leo's, and it couldn't equip large weaponry. As such, its attack power is slightly lower compared to other suits, but its ability to attack unilaterally from the air is a remarkable feature. Being able to move at supersonic speeds, it can easily escape from the enemy's firing range. In the story of Gundamwing, there are many scenes where the Aries is destroyed, but this is due to the emergence of the Gundams, which had even more extraordinary capabilities. It's similar to how the Leo was destroyed by the Aries. The Aries is a masterful mobile suit that completely changed the power balance in the world of Gundamwing. Let's discuss the weaponry of the Aries. First, let me introduce you to the chain rifle. This weapon is a rifle that fires metal bullets, not a beam weapon. Its main feature is its rapid fire capability. It can fire at an incredible rate. When combined with Aries' flight speed, a Leo wouldn't stand a chance. Interestingly, this weapon can be held in the hand and also used in other ways. It can also be attached to mounting points on the main wings, freeing up the arms. It can be carried in this mounted state, allowing it to fire even if the arm is damaged. However, the main feature of the Aries is its agility. Loading up with many weapons will increase the weight and slow down the speed in the storyline. There are scenes where the Aries, overloaded with weight, becomes sluggish and gets destroyed by the Gundam. Next up is the missile part. This weapon houses 4 missiles. Like the chain rifle, this weapon can be held in the hand or mounted under the main wings. The advantage of handheld weapons is the freedom and flexibility to change the firing angle. It's also easy to dispose of when no longer needed. It can even be thrown at the opponent as a simple weapon. These two make up the standard equipment for the Aries. As a result of prioritizing aerial combat, the armor was made thinner and the equipment lighter, limiting the standard equipment to 2 items. It does not come equipped with a beam saber for close combat in the storyline. There were scenes where it had to resort to punching as an attack. Were these 2 weapons the only ones that the Aries could use? Not necessarily. The advantage of mobile suits is the flexibility brought about by their humanoid shape. There were also times when they used unusual equipment. Isn't it interesting? One such weapon is the space beam cannon. As the name suggests, this beam cannon is a weapon intended for use in space. If used on the ground, it can dissipate heat efficiently and quickly malfunctions. The Aries tried to use it to respond to the attack of the Gundam. Since the chain rifle couldn't inflict effective damage on the Gundam, they tried to use this weapon. But it was so heavy that it had to be carried by 2 Aries. However, the Aries that tried to shoot down the Shenlong Gundam with this weapon were destroyed in return. The confiscated beam cannon was then used to destroy a NOS transport ship. By the way, this weapon was developed for a new type of mobile suit called Taurus that appeared later after it was officially adopted. It came to be known as the Taurus cannon. And finally, the Buster Rifle. This is the main weapon of the Wing Gundam. Since the energy supplement is cartridge-based, it can also be used by the Aries. This Buster Rifle was used by the Aries, piloted by the Gundam pilot Quater. It wiped out the unit of the new mobile suit Virgo. The metal used in this weapon is Gundam alloy, which is sometimes said to be the strongest in the world of the storyline. Its characteristics are that it is lighter and sturdier than traditional metals. It was developed by a genius scientist who is a specialist in beam weapon development. The combination of this excellent weapon and Quater, the Gundam pilot, made it possible to use it even with the Aries. That concludes the explanation of the main weapons of the Aries. Let's talk about the role of the Aries in the storyline. The majority of the Aries that appeared in the storyline belong to Earth. Earth is a division of a massive organization called the Earth Sphere Unified Alliance. Earth developed the Leo, and the Leo was distributed to various organizations. In the story, there were scenes where opposing organizations used the Leo, leading to battles between Leos. However, the Aries was primarily introduced as a NOS unit, a very small number of units belonging to the Earth Sphere Unified Alliance also appeared. Why do you think this was the case? Remember, the Aries was the strongest force at the time of its introduction. That's why TAS prioritized the deployment of the Aries in order to maintain dominance and influence within the Earth Sphere Unified Alliance. This plan worked to Oz's advantage in the story of Gundamwing. Conflicts also occur within the Earth-Sphere Unified Alliance. In these scenes of battle, the Aries showed overwhelming combat capabilities against Leo. You can confirm this in the episode that depicts OZ's operation, called Operation Daybreak. There were also scenes where main characters piloted the Aries as mentioned earlier. The Aries achieved high speed by thinning out its armor, but it does have a minimum necessary level of armor. No inexperienced pilot managed to reduce the damage by receiving the powerful cannon fire of the Leo with the thick part of the armor, and countered the armor was blown off, but there was no problem with the operation of the unit. As discussed in the explanation of the weapons, there were also scenes where the Aries used the Buster Rifle, a weapon of the Wing Gundam. It made a significant contribution in repelling the Virgo, a new type of mobile suit. The Aries brought many achievements in its favored aerial battles. However, when it comes to facing special models like Gundam or Turkey, its performance was a bit lacking. That concludes our discussion on the Aries. Did you enjoy it? The Aries certainly livened up the narrative with its expert aerial combat. However, we also observed that as monopolized this unit, outsmarting other organizations. How would you feel watching Aries soldiers unilaterally defeating Leos in the internal conflict? With the Earth-Sphere Unified Alliance, the weapons of the Gundam world have characteristics beyond just being cool. We can also see the nature of the organizations they belong to through the mobile suits. What features of the Aries did you find attractive? There are opinions that appreciate the simple transformation of folding legs, the face design resembling the masks and goggles that real-world pilots wear is also charming. I am charmed by the Aries. When it fires its chain rifle, there is an irresistible affection for the sight of it honestly discharging a non-beam weapon. I would be delighted to hear your thoughts in the comments. Lastly, the subscribe button you see on your screen is the transformation switch to Aries high-speed flight form. By hitting the like button, you can fly at supersonic speed. If you want to experience this unbeatable high-speed flight, give it a try. Until we meet again in the next lecture, take care!